I will admit I'm one of these people who like to watch so-called auditing channels, and these channels whereby individuals tend to go around filming public or private buildings or any other public or event going on in town centers and stuff like that. And I started watching these kind of shows during the pandemic lockdowns because they would go to COVID sites and they would typically show what went on in these COVID sites. Uh, what kind of people worked there, what kind of operations they had, how busy they were, and they always left me a big impression when I realized how wind up stuff would be whenever these guys went with their cameras to film them. So ever since then, I started following these auditors, in particular Auditing Britain. I always found them to be engaging, humorous, and easygoing, and I really liked his personality. It was really bubbly, and at the same time, whenever he perceived there to be a wrongdoing against him, he would typically get really emotional and start, using insults and derogatory language against the people who try to obstruct him without having the legal reason to do so. Anyway, since I started watching, I realized how much the public don't like being filmed, and even people who are on the front line serving the public, such as the police and obviously sometimes paramedics, they are sometimes hostile against these people. And if you watch AB's channel lately, his latest videos have always been about him being arrested by the police. The most recent one was because he was filming in a town center in Birmingham, and one of the police officers thought that he was observing him. And even though he didn't have any reasonable grounds to believe that there was he was doing it in a hostile or with criminal intent, he still went on to ban him for antisocial behavior under the Section 35 Antisocial Behavior Act, which means he was instructed to leave town to be outside of Birmingham Town Centre for up to 48 hours. Otherwise, he would be facing arrest. And I think it's these kind of attitude towards them, these kind of perceived injustices against him that made this channel grow. In the past, he was obviously arrested on the most serious offenses, such as the Terrorism Act. But I think ever since they, he's grown in popularity and they realize that, he isn't a terrorist. They are trying to use different powers. But I think it's the police just don't like people filming them. I just think they have some issue against that, whether it's, they usually like to say it's for security reasons. But do you believe that? Are the police really afraid or concerned about being filmed by these so-called auditors or other members of the public because of security reason? Or they just don't want to feel like someone is there to hold them accountable during the course of their duties? So yeah, I was wondering what you guys think about that. Thank you.